What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So guys, I want to talk about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle union. And of course, Media Takeout has put out a particular blog about them. And what they're saying is they had a Thanksgiving. Of course, we know Thanksgiving just passed. However, on Thanksgiving, what we see here, family, is they're not in any photo together. It's kind of like a family thing. They're vibing. I mean, you see Negroes rapping. You see Negroes with drinks on and backwards hat. Negroes are singing. Seem like to be a good time, but they're not together in the photos. And saying that something is wrong with Gabrielle. She's been posting things about holding herself together, issues like that. So they think that a split is coming soon. But guys, let me just kind of be honest with you. Let me be real with you. All right. And this is not just because, Gabrielle Union or Dwayne Wade are people that we just, think is a weird relationship, which we do. But we got to understand this, man. Marriages are tough. As we all know, relationships are tough. Okay? Hard. I'm going to tell you what makes it hard. We're living in a time, okay? We're living in a time where everybody wants you to be by yourself. We got to talk about that. When I was coming up in the black community, marriage was still quite progressive. It was something that I wanted to do. I was, in the National Baptist affiliation faith. And for a young man like me, I wanted to go to college. I wanted to, do things in my church family. I wanted to be married, wanted to have kids and stuff like that, because that was the values of the day. But it's changed so much since when I first went to college. I see, even when I got there, I saw white women getting married. Some of my colleagues there. One I knew went right into the nurse practitioner program at Samuel Merritt, right there based out of Oakland. And she was getting married right after college. She was finishing her nursing program, going right into the master's program, right? So she was getting ready to get married. But now for other people, that's when we started to see, at least, and it started really happening in the early 90s. It's kind of when you started seeing the New Jack Swing era, artists like Mary J. Blige, MC Lyte, even though they were talking about, a lot of positive things, but those women started coming out of college and it just slowly was changing. Now it's full on steam and everybody is talking about how they're valuing their own peace. And you really hear this from women. Women are saying a lot. I need to choose myself. And when I say women, I mean exclusively black women. You hear Jeannie Mai talking about it now since she's been dumped. But you hear a lot of women talking about it in general. I want my peace. I value my peace. I value, these things, all of that. This is what I value. All right. I value my peace. I value, I'm picking myself. Women are looking to be more selfish. And so imagine when you're Dwayne Wade, you're Gabrielle Union, and things are not working out. And that people in the industry have never been married. That the longer you stay with somebody, the more chances you have for mistakes. You've been with somebody for 5 years, 10 years. When you first meet somebody, you don't have that many problems because it's new. So you never done nothing to them, they've done nothing to you. So you had problems over the years. You got kids on people. You argue, you say things you can't take back, and then you might think that there's always grass green on the other side. So there's pressure for you to not be together and to stick with people, to stick with friends, to stick with family. It's so hard today. So even if this story, let's say, for example, it is not true, I can guarantee you that somebody like Gabrielle Union, with the attitude that she has, hey, what would happen if I were to really not deal with this person anymore? What are the opportunities? What are the chances? I can do bad all by myself. You're going to hear that. And I just think that for any couple to stick together, it's hard because marriage is tough. I think for men exclusively, you're kind of always investing and reinvesting and investing. And then as a man or a woman, I'm pretty sure that you feel like, damn, I'm not getting what I'm putting into this stuff. You know, I'm not even attracted to this person anymore like I used to be. I don't like even talking to this person. I don't like being around this person. I don't like to see this person, you know, things like that. I'm tired of this person. I'm really tired of them. You know, I'm really sick of them. And that's why a lot of black men, for example, already know what's up. You know, because a lot of guys, I'm just going to be honest. What do you get out of marriage? I can guarantee you, if he gets divorced, you'll never see Dwayne Wade get married again. Because a lot of guys don't feel like, what are they going to get? Maybe her too. So it doesn't shock me that people want people to break up because everybody breaks up. The people though, the people in my opinion are who are the ones that are the best are the ones who gonna stay together. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna share some information. My mom listens to almost every video. My grandmother and grandfather hated each other by the time he passed away. Okay, it's something I don't like to talk about, but it's true. I gotta be real. My grandmother hated his ass. All right, now we loved him. But when he died, this is a true story. She slapped him like, wake up, you're not dead. Until this day, if you ever even think about bringing him up, she gonna have a problem with you. A big problem with you. Now, I'm not trying to say that folks need to stick together till it gets to that point. But again, I will always have so much admiration for my grandparents for sticking it together for me and for my family. When my dad was on drugs and they were strong enough, even though at that time they had been married for at least 35 years then. So my grandparents got married in 1958, something like that. So when he died, it was 60 something years. So my grandmother was a young woman when they got married. And, you know, they stuck it out for the greater good. And because of them, I'm the man I am today. You know, I have a great respect for family, even though I don't have my own wife or kids right now. It's so many people. And LAR, I tell you, he's here now. There's so many people that are like my children, you know, because of how my grandparents treated me. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to work this kind of stuff out, you know, because I see this attack, family. I'm sorry. I see it happening with the black celebrities. I don't really see the white celebrities talking about how they're free and how they need to be free and value their own sanity and things. I don't see the white woman saying, I see it only with the black woman saying that. And I think that's because that's how people want us to be. Every group got problems. And as much as Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, and I know how brothers feel about the transition thing and all of that. I'm not gonna get into that. I've made videos about that before. I just think that people just betting against the fact that they're gonna stick together because we're just used to being a society that quits now. Value your own stuff. You don't even think about how your kids feel, how your family feel, how your friends feel, you know, about you. Like, you don't know how many people that you hurt when you are one of the few black families still together and you get divorced. Brother George told me that he's one of the few black families in on his block. He's the only married, him and his wife, the only married people on the block. That's a goddamn shame, family. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.